And greetings to my 5 subscribers who wish to get filthy rich quick. First, we're going to explore a subject that probably has not crossed your mind in a while. Most of the saps on the earth, your victims in this get rich scheme I'm about to tell you about, don't know anything about the sun. They don't ever think about it. It's kind of like gravity. This holding you to your chair, you just don't think about it very often. You don't wonder, why am I stuck to my chair? Why am I stuck to the floor? Why doesn't my house float away? Why doesn't my car float away? We don't think about it. We take it for granted. That's what people do in regards to the sun. They have a misconception about the sun. We're going to get filthy rich by exploiting this misconception. The concept of the perfectness and constancy of the sun, postulated long ago by Aristotle, was and is a strong belief. It was even an official doctrine of Christian and Muslim countries. However, as people had noticed even before the time of Aristotle, some slight transient changes of the sun can be observed even with the naked eye. Although scientists knew about the existence of imperfect, quote-unquote, spots on the sun since the early 17th century, it was only in the 19th century that the scientific community recognized that solar activity varies in the course of an 11-year solar cycle. Solar variability was found later to have many different manifestations, including the fact that the solar constant, the so-called solar constant, the amount of total incoming solar electromagnetic radiation in all wavelengths per unit area, is not a constant. The sun appears much more complicated and active than a static hot plasma ball, with a great variety of non-stationary active processes going beyond the adiabatic equilibrium foreseen in the basic theory of sun as star. Such transient, non-stationary, often eruptive processes can be broadly regarded as solar activity, in contrast to the so-called quiet sun. Solar activity includes active, transient, and long-lived phenomena on the solar surface, such as the spectacular solar flares, sunspots, prominences, and coronal mass ejections. The very fact of the existence of solar activity poses an enigma for solar physics, leading to the development of sophisticated models of an upper layer known as the convection zone and the solar corona. The sun is the only star which can be studied in great detail and thus can be considered as a proxy for cool stars. So, after we exploit this planet and take all the loot, we can move on. Quite a number of dedicated ground-based and space-borne experiments are being carried out to learn more about solar variability. So we can get in on the ground floor. We can get the knowledge first before the saps out there on the street, get wind of this. The use of the sun as a paradigm for cool stars leads to a better understanding of the processes driving the broader population of cool sun-like stars. Therefore, studying and modeling solar activity can increase the level of our understanding of nature and allow us to get rich quick. On the other hand, the study of variability of solar activity is not of purely academic interest or monetary interest, as it directly affects the terrestrial environment, the Earth. Although changes in the sun are barely visible without the aid of precise scientific instruments, these changes have great impact on many aspects of our lives. In particular, the heliosphere, a spatial region of about 100 astronomical units, is mainly controlled by the solar magnetic field. This leads to the modulation of galactic cosmic rays. This is a perfect way to hold the Earth hostage. By turning down the activity of the sun, the Earth will be fried by cosmic radiation. So we're going to get in on the ground floor. By investing in my new startup company, called PIXI, stock symbol PIXI. But before you can get involved, you must have a basic understanding of the sun, something that other people have never even thought about. In particular, the heliosphere. That's that huge region of about 100 astronomical units is controlled by the solar magnetic field. This heliosphere, this leads to the modulation of galactic cosmic rays. Additionally, eruptive and transient phenomena on the sun corona and the interplanetary medium can lead to the acceleration of energetic particles with greatly enhanced flux. Such processes can modify the radiation environment of the Earth and need to be taken into account for planning and maintaining space missions, for example, and even transpolar jet flights. Solar activity can cause, through coupling of solar wind and the Earth's magnetosphere, strong geomagnetic storms in the magnetosphere and ionosphere. There comes my neighbor. I'm going to tell him about this and see if he can give me some money to invest in PIXI, P-I-X-I. Solar activity can cause, through coupling of solar wind and the Earth's magnetosphere, strong geomagnetic storms in the magnetosphere and ionosphere, which may disrupt radio wave propagation. Perfect weapon. Shut down the internet, shut down the phones, shut down navigation systems. We can even induce dangerous currents in long pipes, such as oil pipelines. We can even fry the power lines. Lights out. See the potential? Another important aspect is the link between solar activity variations and the Earth's climate. Yes, we can even control the Earth's climate. So stay tuned. More information will be coming out. Be sure to get my free newsletter by subscribing to PIXI.com. I'm going to put this website on the internet just as soon as I get back from my psychiatrist.